What is a slang word or term that drives you insane? People claiming a hack. No, it's a tip. Life hack, drive to work so you get there on time. WTF. Drive hack, speed limit signs are not the fastest your car can go on that road. Drive hack, you can get to work faster if you're not pulled over for speeding. My boss told me about this really complicated eating schedule and routine he has and said it was something new called biohacking. It's just a diet. Just tell people you are on a diet. Dieting for middle management. Micromanaging the macros. I dislike today years old, partly because as an Excel user it means 44,937 years old. The thing that pisses me off more about this phrase is that it is usually associated with some kind of life hack about how you are supposed to use a certain product. No, Becky, the Juicy Juice company never intended on you unfolding the top of the juice box to make little handles, it's just a coincidence, so stop pretending it's a feature you just now discovered. Companies market towards the lowest common denominator, you, so if there is a feature of a product they want you to take advantage of, you'd know it. Or something incredibly obvious everyone knows, like I was today years old when I realized the crinkle part of plastic straws extends so you can bend them and it somehow has 80 million comments saying whoa, I had no idea. Damn. I thought those straws were ribbed for her pleasure. Today years old grates on me as much as when people refer to my truth. Although whenever I hear my truth, it's usually just an abbreviated way of saying I'm about to go off with a bunch of lies, half-truths, and outright fabrications, but I'm presenting it in a way that seems honest even though you know I'm completely full of crap. It seems to mostly be used by chronic victims, for whom nothing is ever their fault and everything is a huge conspiracy to keep them down, an annoying coworker, your toxic cousin, certain politicians, Harry and Meghan. Started saying yas ironically. So it's a word I use now. But, boy did I used to give my little sister hell for it. Still not quite sure how I got here. Saying things ironically is a dangerous game. Before you know it you're in a work meeting saying yas queen that shit be bussin' to your boss. Then, when confronted with a look of disgust, replying with no cap, the way you looking at me is low-key Seuss, not gonna lie. I knew I had to quit cold turkey when I called my toddler son bro, much to his confusion. Oh god. I'm over 50 and still call my adult daughters dude. I call everyone dude and have forever. I call my wife bro now. I even called my friend babe once, who I normally call bro, because I've confused my brain so much at this point. Once I called a guy I just met bro and he got angry and accused me of friend zoning him before I even had the chance to get to know him. Now I use bro all the time, it's a great creep filter. There's a lot of things like that. My parents used to call each other babes completely ironically, making fun of particular couples they knew. They hated it. Now they only call each other babes. Must be a well-known fact for modern linguists. Most of the slang I use, me and my friends started using ironically. Then it just stays. It's jarring when I meet different friends, different social groups, after not seeing them for some months and finding jarring the type of slang they use. After a while, I adopt some of it, after starting it as a joke. Preggers. I was always a fan of calling myself fat with child when I was pregnant, because it made people uncomfortable for some reason. When a good friend of mine got knocked up, I asked her, so when do you split into two people? Just to make everyone uncomfortable. As a middle school teacher, Seuss and cap/no cap drive me bananas. Edit to add. Seuss means suspect/suspicious. Cap means bullshit/you're lying. No cap means telling the truth. You gotta use it back at them. Fastest way to make slang uncool in middle school. 46 and have people on my team in their 20s, and once I started saying things like fam and Seuss and no cap ironically, they stopped. It's great. When the imposter is Seuss. This is the way. I have 2 teenagers and nothing embarrasses them more than when I use their slang, especially if their friends are around. Using it, but not quite correctly, is my favorite hobby lately. It drives my kids bonkers. I think they've caught on that I'm just fucking with them, but it's still fun. Don't judge, I'm old and boring. My middle schooler quickly stopped using Seuss when his friends were in the car with us and I commented that something was Seuss. Whole group of 11-year-olds got quiet real quick and started whispering, bro, did your mom just say Seuss? Bro, that's so cringe. Then I asked them why I was cringe and told them I was just trying to stay hip with the cool words. Pretty sure my son died inside a little that day. I personally can't stand when people are voicing for animals and say human. Drives me fucking insane. I hate that I even had to type it out for this. Pretty sure that's Ferengi. It probably would annoy me when people do that if it didn't make me imagine them as Quark every time they say it. This thread makes me feel both old and young at the same time. I hate this entire thread. Everyone saying Riz lately is driving me insane. I understand now why my parents were always annoyed with the slang my sisters and I always used specifically because of Riz. This phrase made me realize that I am old and there's no going back now. My cool days are over. I am so old that I had no clue what Riz was. I still don't know what Riz means. Riz like Sig Papers? Riz is short for charisma. My character sheet says CHA is short for charisma. Never had to make a Riz saving throw in D&D. It's kinda falling off but low-key became much too overused and people were just using it as filler. On Reddit there are certain buzzwords that seem to catch fire and spread through the whole site that I despise. They get used to the point that most people using them have no idea what they actually mean. A current one is gaslighting. Gaslighting isn't just when someone says something that is untrue or something you don't like. It's a specific thing. You mean gaslamping, don't you? It's from that old movie, The Gas Lamp. But I know your memory has never been that good. Squint suspiciously. I low-key almost fell for that. Having a mini B. Hey. Fucking what? It's mental breakdown I think, but I definitely read it as mental illness first. But it's a whimsical and fun mental breakdown. Oh. Oh, so society is just full on deteriorating then. Nice. You could say it's having a mini B. Sorry, not sorry. What is the point in saying that? That old Navy Christmas commercial that ends with #sorry not sorry. I don't understand. My brain didn't work for a second and I thought you meant the US Navy had an old Christmas commercial. I did a thing or adulting. I did a thing is the single most annoying phrase in all of English to me. Up dude. I want to slap someone when I hear this. I saw someone type now hit me with dat sweet dude shower, meaning upvote this comment, and I decided that was enough Reddit for like a week. Prego for pregnant. Makes my skin crawl, actually. Ditto. Bonus points if hubby is used in the same sentence. Eye roll. My hubby got me prego on our holobobs. # blessed. Goofy and using as a suffix in place of ass. Like if you say hot ass, okay. If you say hoda, I will steal your larynx. Interesting, I've never come across that one or didn't catch on to its meaning if I did lol. They use it on TikTok cause comments with profanity get hidden. None of them really drive me insane. I've always had an amused old man attitude towards it, even when I was a teenager. When I hear a new slang word I'll just chuckle and go, kids say the darndest things. For me it's like I hope I live long enough to see you two become hopelessly out of touch. That still implies a degree of resentment which I have never felt. Doggo, pupper, fur baby. I work in the veterinary field and I once turned down a job because we were required to refer to the pets as fur babies and the humans as pet parents. I have no problem calling someone mom or dad to their dog or cat, if that's what they prefer. It was the required cutesy language that irritated me. My friend's wife only talks like this. Drives me nuts. She will stay stuff in real life like time to take our heckin' lil floofers out for their walkie walk, then we need to do some adulting and get grosserinos. She also basically exclusively talks to him in baby voice. She's like 35. She also calls her animals fur babies. Latin X is so dumb. From what I understand, many Latinos actually agree with you. Latino here and I agree. It's stupid as shit. Like morons, if you want a gender-neutral term just say Latin. I know it's a language but we use it as a gender-neutral term which if they actually asked a goddamn Latino, Latina or Latin they'd fucking know that but hey fuck that right. Bussin' and no cap. Whenever I see someone type and or say this I feel like they are an NPC. This comment is straight bussin' FR no cap. On God. Cray cray. My 65-year-old coworker says it all the time. Taking crazy one word 2 syllables and replacing it with cray cray 2 words 1 syllable each word is annoying in and of itself. But hearing it from a grown-ass man just adds to the cringe. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for daily uploads. After you've done that, check out one of our other videos.